Joe Biden snaps on ABC News reporter Cecilia Vega. Finally, Biden had a press conference, and that means everybody can put on the Dog and Pony show. I'll show you the video where he gives her a good old-fashioned come on, man, in just a second. But what was interesting to me to watch is how Biden chose who he picked next. He had a list in front of him with names on it, and he would just go down the list to what he probably thought were friendly reporters. These aren't going to be tough questions, and guess what? Most of them weren't. There wasn't even a single question about COVID-19, but he goes to the list, and who's next?
Okay, hang on a second here. Kristen, Nancy, CBS.
There you go. On to the next one. He had a couple of lines that got attention, saying that GOP voting law initiatives make Jim Crow look like Jim Eagle. But it was this back and forth with ABC News' Cecilia Vega that I think got the most tense, and you could tell Biden was not happy with the question.
The Customs and Border Protection facility in Donna, Texas, I was there, is at 1,556% capacity right now with mostly unaccompanied minors. There are kids that are sleeping on floors. They are packed into these pods. I've spoken to lawyers who say that some of these children have not seen the sun in days.
Woo!
What's your reaction? What is your reaction to these images that have come out from that particular facility? Is what's happening inside acceptable to you? And when is this going to be fixed?
That's a serious question, right? Is it acceptable to me? Come on.
Come on. Is it acceptable to me? That's ridiculous, Biden says. Well, I mean, you're the president. This is your time in power. You got to make sure that these facilities aren't overrun like this. You have a major problem at the border, largely because of the stances that you've taken in advance of the election and then certainly after the election. So I don't even know why he's so angry at her for the question. It was about as fair as it gets. She really could have gone a lot harder.
That's why we're going to be moving 1,000 of those kids out quickly. That's why I got Fort Bliss opened up. That's why I've been working from the moment this started to happen to try to find additional access for children to be able to safely, not just children, but particularly children, to be able to safely be housed while we follow through on the rest of what's happening. That is totally unacceptable.
Next on the list. Look, right back down to that list here. There we go. Let's take a look at that. So you hear him talking to her. He gave her the good old-fashioned, come on, man. You can't be serious. And I think she asked a fair question. What do you think? Was Cecilia Vega's question fair that she asked President Biden? I mean, he is the president. These are his policies that have led us to this situation, and it is his responsibility to fix it, one would think. There was another slip-up of many that I could show you, but this is when Biden made it sound like he's been in the Senate for a very long time, much longer than he actually has. Here is the clip of Biden talking about being in the Senate 120 years ago.
With regard to the filibuster, I believe we should go back to a position of the filibuster that existed just when I came to the United States Senate 120 years ago.
What?
And that is that it used to...
You weren't there 120 years ago, unless you were. Man, would that be a bombshell world exclusive right there if it turned out Biden was even older than he was suggesting. So you can see in his reaction, I'm going to go back to this for just a moment here. When Cecilia Vega asked this question, he did not like this, and that's why it got that. You can't be serious.
And when is this going to be fixed?
That's a serious question, right? Is it acceptable to me? Come on. That's why we're going to be moving 1,000 of those kids out quickly.
What happens if 1,000 more come in? I think that's the question a lot of people are asking. What do you think about the question? What do you think about the answer from President Biden? Was his reaction a bit too much? I mean, really, I think reporters should be able to take this kind of stuff, so I'm not feeling sorry for anybody. I just wonder why he wasn't more ready for the question to begin with. Tell me what your thoughts are and what you thought about the press conference overall from President Biden today, his first as President of the United States of America. And it took him a long time to get here, but the Dog and Pony show rolled on today, and the cameras were rolling as this whole thing went down, and I'm sure some of you were watching. So what did you think? Also, if you like these videos, make sure you share them with friends, and also take a moment to follow at The News Junkie here on Facebook. Hit that follow button to get a video every single day. Over on YouTube, subscribe. I appreciate you. I want to see your comments, and we'll see you again real soon.